filled out a mortgage application by hand, turned it in, and I'm pretty sure they denied me by the time I walked out the door. That's when I discovered I had about a 475 credit score. And in about 2018, I discovered Credit Repair Cloud. We bought 2 houses since I started doing credit. We live in $1 million home now, man. I always thought these, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax were some government agencies or whatever that, they're not. They can break the law just like we break the law. And they have to be held accountable just like we have to be held accountable. They said I would never become a millionaire. They said I would never be good in credit repair. They said I would never live in the house I live in. They said I would never drive the cars I drive. That's why we don't listen today. As soon as you do it, once you jump off that cliff, there's no turning back after that. Believe in yourself and you can get it done.
Hey, credit heroes. If you've ever wondered how credit repair can completely change your life, you're about to hear a real success story. I'm here with Keenan Jones, and today we're going to talk with our newest Millionaires Club member, Larry Mahaffey, the founder of Rewarding Solutions Consulting, where he's helped over 1,000 people improve their financial health, and he's helped over 200 people qualify to become first-time home buyers. He's built his business following the Credit Repair Cloud model, and now he's changing lives in a very big way. So please welcome to the podcast, Larry Mahaffey. Hey, Larry, welcome.
Hey, how are you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing awesome. How about yourself?
I'm great, man. Living the dream.
Well, thanks so much for being here. And speaking of living the dream, congratulations on the Millionaires Club Award.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for putting the platform in place to make me able to use it.
Well, it's a huge milestone, and I gotta say, it's my favorite part of our business. So I'm so excited for you. And I want to know everything, but let's start with, where did you grow up and where are you right now?
I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I met my wife and we moved to Birmingham, Alabama. So that's where I am currently. In 2013, I met my wife and I thought I could get a house, because I had about $5,000 in the bank. I had no idea what credit was. I think I filled out a mortgage application by hand, turned it in, and I'm pretty sure they denied me by the time I walked out the door. That's when I discovered I had about a 475 credit score. I started doing research, just countless hours of research, trying to figure out how I can fix my credit. Over a couple of years, I ended up fixing my own credit, my wife's credit, friends' credit. And about 2018, I discovered Credit Repair Cloud. What's the name of the course when you first start?
The master class.
The master class. Yes, I took the master class, and ever since then, it's been straight up, man. I've employed my mom. She prints all my letters and sends all my letters. It's just been a blessing to my entire family.
That is so cool. And it's proof that the master class works.
It helped me. My mom ended up taking it too, just to have knowledge about it. It grew my business, and I remember that checklist, where you go through the tiers all the way up to a million, and I'm like, dang, I really made it to that point. It's crazy, man. It's really surreal.
That is so cool. What initially made you decide to turn credit repair into a business?
Actually, I have 2 mentors. They were already credit repair millionaires, credit repair cloud millionaires, Amber Jones and Bobby Richardson. Really, really, really close. We talk all the time. When I started, I reached out to Bobby, and my wife already knew Amber. I met both of them, and that kind of just, again, catapulted me to pursue it. And then I think I started off with like 2 or 3 clients, got 10 clients, and then my first person ended up getting a house, first time home buyer. That was like the best feeling in the world. She was an older lady. She had to be like in her 60s. The first time she bought a house. And I was like, dang, I really had something to do with it. I really changed, I changed her life. And that was like the best part about it. And I really got really passionate about it, started growing and growing and growing. And I ended up hiring some assistants. And again, my mom still to this day, she still prints letters and stuff. That's extra income for her. That's great. Like, it's all just a big blessing.
I love it. I love that your mom's helping. It's all in the family. And I saw that your wife is also an entrepreneur.
She honestly is the one that pushed me to this point. I honestly, I never really gotten behind too much. I've always kept a job, and that's about it. But I never really was an entrepreneur. Tell my wife, she pushed me and she told me you can do it, and she kind of helped with my social media stuff. She not kind of, she did help with my social media because I was really really shy, didn't really know much about marketing. She did it, told everybody that I was doing credit repair, and she pushed me. And now to the point now, she is doing a design business. She decorates. She does trees. She does weddings. She does parties. She's really growing. And that's like the best part about it is that she's growing because she helped me grow. So I love to see her grow.
That's so cool. Now, I want to know, since this was your first business, what were some of the big obstacles you faced when first launching your business, and how'd you overcome them?
The biggest obstacle was really social media, getting over the fact of, listening to people, worrying about what people say, who worrying about who cares about what, or what I say, or looking crazy or looking stupid or whatever. Just getting over that initial hurdle. And then once I owned it, and it was great. Again, my wife pushed me, and just seeing like the fruits of my labor, being able, we bought two houses since I started doing credit. We live in $1 million home now, man. Like it's my life has completely changed, and it was just all because we took that step, we jumped, and I want to kind of pass this entrepreneurial thing to my kids, and but the biggest thing starting off was just jumping and just trying it.
How big a team do you have now?
Now I have three VAs, my mom, and I have my assistant here locally.
That's incredible, Larry. Well, I'd love to jump in, just kind of ask about like those early days in your business. What did it look like for you to get your first client?
So I've always been after I fixed my credit, we got our house. I've always been big on points, credit cards, and points. I love to travel, so that I had the knowledge of that. I use credit cards, I pay them off, but I have a ton of points, and I've always used those to travel. I made a post. I said, do you want to travel? Do you want to do this? Do you want to get these cars and have these points and travel for free? Well, to do that, you need to fix your credit. That was the first post, and it went really, really good. I got like 3 or 4 people to sign up, and I was like, "Hey, man, I made an extra." I was at 10 clients. That's an extra $1,000 a month. I'm like, "Oh man, I'm great." And then I realized, as long as I sign up more people than I lose every month, I'm going to keep making money. I'm going to keep making money, keep making money. I knew credit from the master class, but I hadn't been doing credit for years. So I had enough knowledge to talk to somebody about it. But I was really passionate about points and traveling. So I started with that. That related back to credit, and now it's grown into business owners. So everything credit was really the foundation of everything, whether it be traveling with points, whether it be business owners, whether it be whatever it is, credit is the foundation of it.
And how many clients do you have today?
I have about 400 currently.
I love it. During those early days, was there a specific breakthrough or big win that made you realize, wow, this is really working?
When I made, I think $20,000 a month. When I hit that, I was like, "Oh man, I'm done it now." Because they started off with like $1,000 a month, and when I hit 20,000 a month, I was like, "Man, I really built something here."
Very, very cool.
I have another question to ask kind of about those early days, because I know you mentioned you were mentored by some big players in our space. Was there anything that they taught you that shifted your view in business, where you believed one thing, but they broke through and got you to think a different way, taught you a lesson in those early days?
Definitely, Bobby knew the laws like the back of his hand, and I really appreciated that. I actually paid for his mentorship, and Bobby knew the laws, and I learned the laws, and I was able to pass it on to my VAs. Knowing the laws makes you a whole lot different than everybody else's who's just doing sweeps and stuff like that. I don't do any sweeps. I've never done any of that type of stuff unless they actually had some identity theft issues. Amber was super personable. Like she taught me how to like pretty much talk to my clients, reach out to my clients, nurture my clients. She also hit me with some automations, which really was a game changer. So it was just two different spectrums, and they combined to pretty much help me to make me to this point. And when I got my plaque, they were the first people I talked to. I called just to thank them because they changed my life, honestly.
Very, very cool. We're big believers in mentors. We've had mentors over here as well. It really is a shortcut to success.
It really is. It really is.
What's the best piece of advice a mentor has ever given you?
The best piece of advice anybody's ever given me is to learn your business. A lot of people, I talked about delegating. That's great, but delegate once you know what is going on. Somebody could rob you blind. Somebody could not run your business how you wanted to run. Learn your business. I have a couple businesses at this point. I learned every last one of them. So to the point where, I know it. So if, let's say they all fall apart, everybody quits, I could step in right now and I can still do my business. Or, nobody's going to, trick me out of anything because I know my business. I know how it's supposed to operate. I know every aspect of it. So people get lazy sometimes just starting businesses and just letting somebody and put it on autopilot. But at the end of the day, you don't really know. So they could just kind of just tell you anything. Anything can happen.
That's really good advice.
Are there any specific client communication tricks and tips that you learned that really stand out, that you had an aha in those early days when you were growing your business?
As far as client communication, what I did learn is, so when you get a whole lot of clients, of course, trying to talk to every single person every single month is going to be almost impossible, and it's gonna drain you. But what I did with my VAs or myself is we would share wins. Let's say they had a great month. I would tell my VAs, or I did it myself, screenshot the increase in their scores, send it to them, put a couple of emojis by it, and it keeps them in the loop, lets them know that they're doing good. Or if I see that they're not really moving, hey, I'll schedule a call. I'll text you, hey, when are you free to talk? Let's talk about this. Let's see why you're not moving like you should do. Let's go over your credit report. Let's see what's going on. But just really just nurturing the clients, man. That's the best thing about it. Because I had the time where, hey, I was doing great. I kind of, didn't really pour into my clients like I did. And my business took a hit behind it because I kind of forgot about why I got started. It was helping people. So once I started getting back to helping people and coaching people, because sometimes you take that for granted. You think people know this and people know that. They don't know it. People aren't, as knowledgeable as I am about credit. So I love to share my knowledge about it. That was the biggest thing on the client piece.
You were saying the early days you learned the laws of the industry, and like, were there any big ahas that you had?
So when I started credit repair, before I took the master class, I always thought these, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax were some government agencies or whatever that, they're not. At the end of the day, they're privately owned businesses, and they can break the law just like we break the law. So, and they have to be held accountable just like we have to be held accountable for it. When I realized that, and it was a game changer, honestly. Like, they're not supposed to be doing these things to us consumers.
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, people do think they're government entities and they're really out to get you, and they break the law all day, every day.
Yeah, I mean, just in fact, the CFPB went after them recently, and they got a settlement, and it's a continuous thing.
Right.
Now that you have a team, what does your day-to-day look like?
So my day to day, so like I said, I have three of my VAs. I have my dispute VA since the first. She was the first one I ever hired. She has her job. She knows the dispute. If she has any issues, reach out to me. I have an HR VA, customer service. Oh, I'm sorry, customer service VA. He pretty much anybody who has an unpaid invoice, anybody who has any questions, he can respond to them. He processes the payments. He lets me know of anything unpaid, anybody who has not completed the onboarding process, anybody who needs to talk to me, and like that. And then I have a manager of all of them. She talks to me first thing in the morning. She gives me a call. Hey, she handles not only my credit repair, my business stuff, anything I need done. She kind of manages my life. So, anything I need to do, she reminds me of it. She keeps them on task. And I think that those are the three people that I really needed, those VAs. And then now, as I've grown and grown, somebody here who can kind of just, kind of be a version of me who, when it does come time for me to talk, yes, I can still talk to my clients, but I do have a lot of clients and I have other businesses and stuff, but I somebody who can talk the same language as I can. And I'm actually going to let him do the master class so he can kind of learn it. And, if it ever came to a point, I could pass it on to him, the business to him, so I want that whole thing to be running if he steps in my place and I have my VAs doing what they need to be doing, it'll be smooth.
That's amazing. I'm really impressed. Can you share with us one of your most impactful success stories of a client whose life was changed because of your service?
So a friend of mine, he started off with around, I'm pretty sure it was close to a 400 credit score. He didn't have a house. He was living in an apartment. And he was working along on third shift or something like that. He's been with me now for about 2 years. He now has an 800 credit score. He has a better job. He just had twins. His whole life has turned completely around, and he literally has an 800 credit score from a 400, a high 400 credit score. I've told him how to build credit. I've helped him with getting credit cards, get a car, and all that. I pretty much coached him along the way, and he was a great success story. Also, this other lady, she, like I said, that was the first person, the first person to buy a house. She actually was 60 years old, had never thought about buying a house. She saw my post on Facebook about something about credit repair. She reached out to me. She started off with like maybe a 500 credit score. She ended up getting to like a 700. She got her first house, called me crying, and that was like one of the best feelings. I'm like, dang, you waited till you were 60 years old, and I helped you change your life and your whole trajectory. And she sent other clients to me, her kids, and everyone. So that was a great thing, probably because it was the first one.
That is so cool. Yeah, when I was first thinking of Credit Repair Cloud, long before I had built it, I was sort of trying to do it on paper, and I needed a test client to see if these steps that I'd come up with would work. And my manager, because I was in show business for many years, that's what I did before. I was a comedian and I juggled. But anyways, I had a manager, Rick, and he was also my best friend, and he was 65, and he'd never bought anything. And his credit was all messed up. And helping him into that house to where he actually owned something, it was so life-changing to him. It felt really, really good. That's how I knew I wanted to do this. Same feeling for you?
Same exact feeling.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and it's and through credit, I've like with now business owners, I met fixing credit. I met business owners, in which I also met bankers. So a lot of business owners don't realize that, hey, you make a lot of money, but their credit is messed up. So I would end up fixing their credit, introducing them to my banker, whoever I fixed their credit to. I went up and I earned a commission on it. So it's just, you meet so many people. I've met real estate agents. That they feed me so many clients because, again, like 99% of people who want credit repair, they want to buy a house as well. I'm also about to get my MLO because it's just so much money that with credit at the foundation, you can get mortgages, you can be a real estate agent, you can broker loans, you can do anything, but credit is the foundation. Fixing credit, you will meet so many people that need so many other things, like in it can blossom into other businesses, and that's just what happened to mine. Like, you meet so many people that need everything.
A big question to a lot of credit heroes they're getting started, which is, how do I market my business? It can be life or death for someone that's getting started in this business. How do you get leads? How do you get customers? So what is working for you today in your business? Like what is the key method that you use today to get clients and leads in the door?
So I'll start with, if I was starting today, from what I know. If I was starting today, the first post that I would make, if I know a lot of people in my city, but if I didn't know a lot of people, even if I did, the first post that I would make out is, I would say, any real estate agents looking for some clients, or something like that, or who wants to buy a house. Honestly, real estate agents built my clientele. Like, seriously, if you reach out to real estate agents and you get good with them and say, hey, I fix credit, do you have anybody? You can become a team. They can feed you. They can feed you. Like, I hated, being on camera at first. So that was my saving grace. I had real estate agents who were constantly sending me leads. And then when you do good by them, they tell other people. So really, and still to this day, I've never run an ad in my life. I want to start doing it because I've grown to the point I can. But I've never run an ad. It's all organic. and it's through leads. I would find any real estate agent that I can, any bankers, tax professionals, anybody like that, anybody who touches a whole lot of people, or the goal, like I said, 99% of people who want credit repair want houses. Anybody who has anything to do with buying a house, you need to talk to them. You need to get their information. Say, hey, I'm going to take care of your clients, take care of their clients, track their clients. When their clients it's time for them to buy a house, when their score is improved enough, send them back to the real estate agent. They'll keep sending it to you every time. That is the best thing. If I was starting out, that's what I would start with. It's getting those affiliates to work with you. I'm blessed enough to say I can kind of play around and figure out what I want to do. What I want to, if I want to do ads, to see how that works. I do lifestyle stuff for social media now, because I live the lifestyle at this point. I do lifestyle stuff. I'm an inspiration. I know that I'm blessed to be the inspiration, but I didn't start with all this. So being the inspiration, showing people what credit can get you, credit built this. I'm not going to, nothing else. You can see I can start a Fortune 500 company tomorrow. Credit started this. I promise you it did. Credit Repair Cloud and the platform, it all started where I am. And this is where I am. And Credit Repair Cloud pretty much built that.
Incredible. Well, Larry, I'd love to dive deeper into like the affiliates that you're getting. And you're mentioning that if you were to start over again, you would be getting realtors to help you build your business. Walk me through, if you were to coach someone that's just getting started in this business, what would you tell them to prep for even prior to talking to that realtor? And then what would that conversation look like once they actually are in front of them on a call, in person? What would that look like?
The first thing I would do is not try to get them to send me clients. So what I would do is try to get friends, family, like it's in the masterclass. Get friends, family, anybody who I can possibly do credit for free. Start with them first. Do those. Get about 10 people like that. Then, like I said, at least 5 or 6 of those people want to buy a house. And then, hey, reach out to make the post on Facebook. Hey, I have some clients who are looking for houses. Any real estate who tag a great real estate agent. They're going to tag all the real estate agents. And when they tag them, inbox every last one of them and say, hey, I'm working on some people's credit. They should be ready, in a couple months or however long it's going to be. Can I send them to you? They're going to say yes, of course. And then, hey, that's also, hey, I fix credit. If you have any clients who got denied, or anybody who wants to buy a house but credit is stopping them, send them to me. And I do that to everybody who they tag in the post, and do it over and over and over again. And you're going to get your 10 clients going to turn into 20, into 30, into 40, into 50. It's going to just keep doubling as long as you take care of those clients. Now, I'm not saying get those clients and then don't send them back to the real estate agent. You have to track those clients because somebody sent them to you with intent to get back to them. So make sure that you do right by the client to get them back, get them to that 620, 640, 680, whatever they want them to get to, and get them in the house.
This has got to be life-changing for the real estate agents because they're selling houses that they wouldn't have sold.
100%. That's what it is. That's real estate agents are your number one affiliate, in my opinion.
And when you sent over some information prior to the podcast too, it also sounded like you had some other affiliate categories. You walk us through like what are all the types of people that you're working with?
So as I said before, mortgage brokers, same as real estate agents. Anybody who has anything to do with a house. You have home inspectors, and also, like I said, my business people, business owners who you can make a post. Hey, who has a business owner who wants capital but the credit is stopping them? They need their credit fix their credit. I've run across so many bankers whose credit I fixed, managers. Hey, I have some clients who have great businesses. They make good money. They just have bad credit. I'm going to fix their credit. Can I send them to you? Hey, yeah, sure. And they'll give you a commission on that. You can negotiate a commission. You're just brokering the loan at that point, or whatever they get. That's another way that you can get commissions. Tax professionals. It's tax season right now. This is peak season for credit repair. Trust me. This is the peak season for credit repair. Christmas time is pretty much the down season because nobody really has any money. But tax season is the peak season, at least where I'm from, for credit repair. Partner with tax professionals. Hey, I have clients. I can send all of my clients your tax information to fix their taxes. When you send all your clients I'll give them a deal if you send me your clients to fix their credit, or you can. I have one person I'm working with now. She pretty much has a system. She is built out where out of their refund it'll deduct and it'll pay for credit repair for a couple of months. And just working with tax professionals, man, that's another affiliate that you can work with. It's really anybody, man. Everybody needs credit. Like everybody needs credit, and if you can go to anywhere that somebody could potentially get denied for credit or any type of service-based industry, they can become an affiliate.
I love that you're opening that conversation with offering something you can do for them.
Give them what they want. Give them, what you have, and then hey, as they send them back, you can, at one point I had a whole lot of real estate agents, and the more you send me, the more clients I'm going to send you, and I would just pretty much just divide them out to my real estate agents based on how many they sent me.
So awesome. Now I can see why you're so successful, why you got to the Millionaires Club. Making it to that award, what does that mean to you?
Honestly, that was the first award I've gotten since maybe T-ball or something like that, man. So like, like seriously, I've always been a hard worker, but I never just went above and beyond. I was blessed to always have what I needed, just enough for what I needed, sometimes more than I needed. But it wasn't because of just something I just poured into. I just pretty much just followed the rules. I feel like I'm smart, and I just, I pretty much everything that was put in front of me, I completed it. But with this, I went above and beyond, and I did it. Like I literally remember like circling that, and I keep talking about that. The mastermind, the master class. Like I'm gonna get to $1 million one day. I'm gonna get that award. That was the goal. And when I saw it, I was like, man, I really made that, man. That was like one of the best moments of my life. Like honestly, that was the highest award I've probably ever gotten, man. Because seriously, it showed that when I look at that reward, that award, I see all the blood, sweat, and tears, all the printing letters, all the taking the pictures of my first letters in front of the post office because I'm sending them out and stuff like that. When I was doing it myself before I even hired my mom. To the initial investment when I thought like the $100, a couple $100 for credit repair clock was too much. And to the point now that like, dang man, like I've really changed my life, my kids' life, my wife's life, and I can pour this back into them, and they see me doing good, and they see me not having to. I didn't get all this from working for somebody. I got all this from working for myself and pouring into myself and believing in myself. So that's the best part. That's the best part about that award.
I love it. What's one piece of advice that you'd give to someone watching who wants to follow in your footsteps?
I think I heard Steve Harvey say it, man. Like it's all about jumping, like taking that first step. That as soon as you do it, once you jump off that cliff, there's no turning back after that. Just keep going. It's gonna work out. That's the first thing. And then the other thing is kind of what I built my brand on, and pretty much my motto is we don't listen today. I keep telling people I have T-shirts that say we don't listen today, and what that means is they said I would never become a millionaire. They said I would never be good in credit repair. They said I would never live in the house I live in. They said I would never drive the cars I drive. That's why we don't listen today. They're going to tell you everything. They're going to tell you why you're going to fail. They're going to tell you why you can't do something. Believe in yourself and you can get it done.
So we've had a lot of regulations in the industry recently, like with TSR. I'm curious, how have you run your business to be compliant, and how has that been?
Thank God I have VAs. I told them, hey, take my phone number off for everything. We're only doing messaging or emails at this point. We have a whole bunch of pretty much prompts. When somebody asks a question, answer it like that. I do enough, marketing now on social media and stuff. People are pretty much ready to sign up. Answer all the questions like that. As soon as they sign up, they're my client, and then I can talk to them. But it's also kind of created some boundaries too, as well, because like everybody is just getting on the phone, and you're wasting time like that. But I can still get the information I need to them by through text or through email. The same exact way.
Got it. So walk me through a little bit of like a client reaches out, they're emailing you, they're texting you. How are you able to effectively get them on board to your services?
So I have my VAs. They have, like I said, most people. Hey, well, how much is your service? Hey, and then I pretty much have my VAs send what I would say to them on the phone. They email it back to them, or through Messenger, through Facebook Messenger, or something like that. They send it back through them and say, hey, as soon as you now, I tell them, hey, due to the new rules, I can't really talk to you until you become a client. I would love to sign you up. Here's the link to sign up. And if you don't like it after a month or something, we can stop the service. But as soon as they sign up, I get on the phone with them, tell them everything about them. You rest assured, you're in good hands. I have years of experience in this, and give them the whole spiel I would if I was trying to sell them my service. It's just that's kind of what it is. Just having a good back house. Like the back office people who can just reach out and just talk to anybody who has any kind of questions. You just let them understand, like, these are the new rules. That's why we do it like this now. And thank God I have a lot of affiliates still who send me clients who are ready to sign up. So it's really honestly goes back to the affiliates. You can tell your affiliate everything that because they already have experience in you. They already know they can sell your product for you.
Yeah, we looked at your website earlier, and it's completely TSR compliant. It's awesome. Nothing is driving anyone to a phone call before the sale of credit repair. It's perfect. They can just sign up. It has making these changes slowed down your sales at all?
It did at first, but I adjusted. Again, it's really more about marketing now. You really need to market yourself, and have other people who can, be ready to send those emails and, influence the client. So by the time they get to me, they're already sold on my brand. So really it's about coaching people who are sending people to me so they can do all the sales, for me. I don't even have to talk to them until they're already a client.
I see part of your marketing strategy. You have a huge Instagram following as well. You've grown to over 10,000 followers. How do you decide what type of content to post? Because I imagine that if a client sees that, it's going to help pre-sell them. So I'm curious, how do you decide what to post?
It does. So Instagram is more, it's a lifestyle. I do a lot more of my lifestyle stuff on Instagram, and it's strategic, but I also create value, and that's what I'm trying to start doing now. Also, I'm going to start talking a whole lot more, going live, just selling my product. I can sell it to anybody, just telling them exactly what I do, about the new rules, about credit repair, about the CFPB with Experian, just creating value about things, what creditors do, what the bureaus do that's against the law. Just telling them, letting them know that I'm knowledgeable about it. Then they'll want to sign up with me. I don't have to talk to them. They can just go on my social media and see everything I know about it, and then just go, hey, sign up right there. You can sign up. It's a link. I have a website. Go sign up, and then I can tell you all about my services personally.
Your videos are really great. Really, really great. Do you have any tips for making great content?
Man, that's all my wife, man. That is, she is the best at that. She has, like, and I've been encouraging her, like, to get to the point. Now she has her like her Instagram page for her the L Group. That's the name of her company, and she has actually a couple pretty big clients. She's so creative, and she studies that, and she's great with that. And you would think sometimes I had a professional doing it, and she is a professional in my eyes, but it's just my wife. She's just with an iPhone and Canva and CapCut. So that's how she does it.
She's very, very talented, and it's really cool. It really works on your Instagram and your Facebook and stuff. Incredible. We should probably talk about credit repair a little bit. Of all the credit repair strategies you've learned, what's one that's been a real game changer?
The game changer that people still kind of overlook, but it still works, is the goodwill letter. Sometimes I send that and it works. I also tell my clients sometimes late payments, sometimes it's easy as you just giving them a call. That, like, sometimes you fight late payments so long, and sometimes just by you reaching out to to the person, I mean, to the bank or whoever it is, they'll just take their late payment off or the goodwill letter. Like sometimes we overthink things, and that's like pretty much like they could do that themselves. That's pretty much that's a game changer. This overlooked. Of course, factual disputing is the the foundation. But that's one thing. Like, don't just overlook that. Everybody wants to go super deep into the 5 4 5 4s and 6 6 6s, whatever. But sometimes it's just pretty much just being genuine and not seeming like you're a credit repair company, and just sending something that actually makes sense to the client, to the credit repair, to the bureau. And sometimes the client has proof that that they broke the law. Sometimes they have like letters that they sent that saying this is incorrect, or they have these contracts that they signed that said this. Sending that proof in, that works a lot too. Just talking to your clients and understanding exactly what they have and personalizing a lot of letters has really helped me. You know, if they say, "Hey, I talked to this person at the bank and they did this and they told me this, but it was a lie." Sometimes I put that person's name on the letter and who was a manager at this or whatever, and that gets to, I guess, a real person, and they really look at the letter, and sometimes I get deletions off that.
Absolutely. And with those goodwill deletion letters, the goodwill requests, two things I know, because people say they don't work. They've worked for me in the past. One thing is to really explain a hardship. Like here in LA, we've had all these fires. If someone was affected by that fire, maybe they didn't lose their house, maybe it affected their job, but certainly a hardship. And then the other thing I found that worked for me was writing to the president or the CEO of that bank.
Yep, it sure does. I tell my clients all the time. So outside of Credit Repair Cloud, I'll tell them Google the CEO, the CEO secretary, the CFO, everybody you can possibly think of. Get their email addresses. I've done it to my client for my client before, compiled it, send it to their email, and they send it to the people to the people. Copy everybody in who you can think of. Explain the hardship. Explain why this won't happen again, and it works a whole lot. Trust me, it works a whole lot. Like, it really does. But yeah, look up the CEO in his mother if you can find it, and copy everybody on the email. Send it out or on a letter. It works.
Now, what about stall letters? Do you get those from the bureaus, and how do you handle them?
I do. Just about every other client, after round one, they're gonna send a picture of the stall letter from Experian or somebody. It looks like you're working with a credit a repair agency or something like that. I tell them, please ignore that. That's just a stall letter. Sometimes it discourages a lot of clients. I knew this wasn't going to work. It's going to work. Just stay the course. Then I reply to the bureaus like, hey, this I got your previous correspondence. I have a letter made out about it. This is a serious matter. Please do not ignore my concerns, along with all the, again, I send the identification and stuff again. And after that, that's normally just round one when they send those star letters.
Do you tell the clients ahead of time that they're going to get something like this?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do all the time. Hey, you're going to get a whole lot of stuff after round one in the mail. You're going to get a packet sometimes with contracts and just bank statements and all kind of stuff. And sometimes you're going to get letters that say, looks like you're working with a credit repair agency. That's just a stall letter. Ignore that. I'll handle it. But let me know when you get it so I can reply back to it.
It's super relevant right now because I mean, even the CFPB was going after the bureaus recently to call them out on this, that they weren't treating the cases properly, and one of the bureaus settled for it. So,
And about a year, it was really bad. About a year and a half, I think a year and a half ago, man, it was rough. Like every time, all three bureaus were just sending just those stall letters, man, stall emails. But they really backed down from that. I have noticed I haven't been getting as many of those in text messages recently.
so do we hear you correctly that it's pretty much perseverance? You send another round, and eventually they're going to actually take your client seriously, or
Yeah,
are there other elements to it?
Honestly, it's just I have something set up, as a reply to that star letter. But it's just after round one if they do send it. A year and a half ago, it was I was sending letter after letter trying to get through that wall. But now it's kind of it's chilled out a whole lot, probably because of CFPB.
Sure. And the other two bureaus got scared.
Mhm. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
How do you teach your clients financial literacy?
So I also teach them how to build credit.
Hmm.
Again, like I said, before I started with credit repair. I knew a whole lot about credit cards. Once I fixed my credit, I got my first credit card, a secured card, Capital One secured card, $500 limit. And to this day, literally now, I have cards with over $100,000 credit limits. I still have a $500 Capital One card that they have not increased. I don't know why, but that is really the start. You have to build credit too. So it's about repairing credit. I can get everything taken off your credit report, but it's still going to be bad because no credit is just as bad as bad credit. So you have to kind of just show them how to build credit, how to pay their bills, how statements, looking at credit card statements work, when to pay, due dates, statement dates, the difference between it. I have a lot of clients who will say, "Hey, I paid off my credit card, but my score hadn't gone up." I'm like, "Well, hey, look, what's the statement date on that?" It still hasn't reported. Or they'll say, "Hey, I paid my credit card right at the due date, and I still got charged with some interest." I said, "Well, you have to look at the statement date. That statement, you're still going to get charged with that interest unless you beat that statement date." Just letting them understand, leaving that open line of communication. And I honestly enjoy talking to them about that more than anything. I can talk to them about their credit, why their credit score is not moving like they want to, because nobody's credit score is going to move like they want it to. But I really enjoy when they come to me asking about, "Hey, I want to get my first credit card. Hey, I want to get this." So, okay, you need to do this. You need to, there are different avenues you can do to get your first secured card. Telling them that, hey, they'll upgrade that card to an unsecured card after a little while. You can build this. Don't forget to get that welcome offer. After you hit that spin, you're gonna get this many points. You can use these points to transfer here. And I think that's where I want to build my brand to towards in the next year or so. I also want to talk about rewards, the rewards of credit. As rewarding solutions. That was the whole purpose of this, is show them how to use those rewards that credit built. You fix your credit. Now you can travel for free. Now you can get the cars. Now you can do everything, but showing them that, hey, you still need to pay everything on time because you don't want to get back into that hole. Even on my spiel, when I talk to my clients, after they sign up, hey, yes, you're a member of Rewarding Solutions with credit repair, but I also have a lot of people who I work with. I work with tax professionals, financial advisors, insurance agents, car salesmen, mortgage lenders, real estate agents. So if you need any of those types of services, let me know. I don't do that myself, but I know somebody who does it at a high level. And I can refer you to them. So it's pretty much a one-stop shop at that point. Whatever they need, if I don't do it myself, I know somebody who does.
Very cool. What's one small habit that someone can start today that will dramatically improve their credit over time?
If they have a 580 credit score, getting a secure credit card, get a secure card from like Capital One or Discover or something like that. If they will give it to you, and most of them have pre approvals, so it's not going to affect your credit with an inquiry. You can keep trying that until you actually get that. Hey, my score went up 10 points. See if you can get the security card. You can't get it. Let's wait till next month. Your score went up some more. Let's see if you can get the security card. Now they pre-approve you. You get the card. Boom. That is going to open the door. You've already started building credit. So get that, and then and also if your mom, your dad have a credit card, they can put you as an authorized user on that credit card. I'm not talking about like selling trade lines or anything like that, but like if your husband has a credit card, he can put you as an authorized user on that credit card. That can also build your credit and help you once your credit jumps off of that. Get a security card, like so you can start building your own credit. But building credit is important. A lot of people are scared of credit cards. Don't be afraid of credit cards. The only way you're going to get to an 800 credit score, I'm blessed to say I have an 800 credit score at this point, is to build credit as well. Like you can get everything taken off your credit, but if you don't have actual credit reporting and a mixture of credit, you're never going to get to that point. And that was one of my goals to get to 800. I made it there. I've stayed there for years now. And that's because I have a lot of credit. And then also, I'm able to do anything with that credit at this point. I have business credit, I have personal credit, whatever I need to do.
When you refer your clients into a secured card, is that a big part of your business? If you sign up 100 clients, are most of those getting into secured cards these days?
I suggest when I talk to my clients, as soon as they sign up, hey, I give them the whole spiel about how my program works, and then also, hey, I'm going to keep looking at your credit report, and as soon as you get to almost a 600, around a 580, 600, we're going to try to get you a secure card. I also have a link because I have that card. I send them my link. I get points from when they get points. So, that also benefits me. That's another stream of points or income or however you want to look at it. And I've also there are a whole bunch of affiliate links that you can use. That's extra income. With FICO scores, with like Credit Strong. You have NAV for my business owners. Everybody has an affiliate link. If I'm gonna suggest my clients use something, I might as well benefit off of it too. Send them the link, they sign up, they get approved. I get something, they get something from it too. So that's definitely a part, and I think it needs to be part of anybody's business model is affiliate links.
What are the biggest affiliate programs that you're a part of now? Like, because I credit repair is definitely one part of the process of you get a client, you help them with the disputing, help fix their credit, but there's also education and helping build the credit. Like, what are the biggest programs that are working today for your business?
So like I said, credit cards is one, probably the biggest one. Well, yeah. So credit cards are big because not just secured. I have tons of credit cards. So as my clients graduate and get higher and higher, hey, I want some more credit cards. Hey, this is a great card. I have it. Let me send you my link. I got 50,000 miles because you applied for this credit card and you got it. Like, if you have a credit card, they have a referral link for it. Trust me. So I tell all my clients, hey, let me know when you want a credit card. I can send you my link. They apply for it. I get benefits from it too. With my business owners, we're working with, just got off the phone with them earlier, with ADP, for payroll. That's another huge thing. You get big business clients who have a lot of payroll going through. ADP pays like 50% of their fees as a commission. That's another big thing. Everybody's not into the business space. I'm trying to really get into the business space because it's really lucrative. But again, it all started back from credit repair.
Are you also helping people to build business credit?
I am. So I actually work with somebody who, because when I actually started doing the business credit in the business space, it's really time consuming and it takes a long time to build business credit. So I kind of stepped away from the building business credit part of it. I can do the formation part. I can get your LLC, your EIN. I also have bankers who I can introduce you to. I've made a relationship with the bankers. So all my clients, I can send them an email. Hey, my clients coming in, they want to open up a business bank account. Could you take care of them? I don't really like the MCAs that much, but the MCAs, whether it be fix and flips, payroll, merchant services, I can do all that. Like whatever you need, business lines of credit, whatever. I have my bankers who have all kinds of products, and a lot of business owners don't realize that you have these opportunities to get these things because a lot of them operate with their own money, their own savings accounts or personal credit. They have no idea about business credit cards and stuff like that. I send you my link. Hey, here's a business credit card. You should apply for that one. You got 100,000 points. After you hit $5,000 spend, I got 50,000 points. But again, it all goes back to credit. I met all these people through credit, like credit repair was the foundation of all this.
But you're connecting people and you're helping to grow their business as well, which is amazing. So it's all going around in a circle and it becomes a flywheel.
Exactly. Putting people in houses now to help business owners scale their business. These people are, using this money to make multi-million-dollar businesses. So it's a great thing. Again, like the reward of all of this is we're helping people at the end of the day. Like we're literally helping people, helping, the average Joe moving in a house, or your big business owner realize that they have the means to get credit to scale their business.
You really are helping people. This is a good karma business. Very, very cool. What's one piece of advice that you'd give to someone who's setting out to start their own credit repair business?
Your friends aren't going to support you as you thought they were. You're going to have to get them or first though for free. Just because at the end of the day, they're not going to spend money with you anyway. Say I'm going to do yours first. Get used to what's going on. Again, they have no expectations because they're not really paying you. So it's not really any pressure. Take the master class, go through all that. Get in the group. The group was a big thing. I saw Credit Repair Millionaires when I first got in the group on the Facebook group. Saw them, they inspired me. I would show my wife, look at this person. They made this person's in Alabama. I saw Bobby. He's right, like he's from Montgomery too. Like, that was inspiring to me, seeing other people doing the same to what I wanted to get to. If they can do it, I can do it. If I did it, you can do it. Like I'm no different than anybody else. Bobby's no different than anybody else. Amber's no different than anybody else. Like we're all from Alabama. Like, one of the poorest states there are. And we made $1 million off of credit. So trust me, no matter where you are, it can be done.
Really, really awesome. Let's switch gears real quick. I want to ask you a few rapid questions and answer with the first thing that pops into your head, okay?
Hmm?
What's your business superpower?
People. People is my business superpower.
What's your business kryptonite, the area that you've had to work the hardest to improve?
Myself. Laziness.
What does business ownership mean to you?
It means this is mine. Nobody else is. I'm my boss. I'm my own boss. I fired my boss. This is my business.
What drives and motivates you?
My family.
What's your definition of success?
Having an impact on other people's lives, a lasting impact on other people's lives. Like if I died tomorrow, somebody can say I helped change their life. That is like leaving a legacy. That's what it is.
If you could go back in time and tell yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
Jump. Do what you did. Like, don't be scared. Get out there. Nothing's too big.
And do you have any other advice for someone just starting out with a credit repair business?
Credit Repair Cloud, man, like seriously. Take the classes. Listen to the pod. We didn't have a podcast when I started. Listen to the podcast. Go watch the YouTube videos. Look at the success stories. Click on the Millionaires pages. Follow them. Reach out. It was a lot of people who aren't millionaires. I don't know if they made millions or not, but who helped me along the way. They were in that group. Like I was so heavy in that group at one point. Just talking to people. It's people who and I plan on getting back in it to give more advice. Like they did to me. I definitely want to give back to people. And that's one of my goals too this year is to give back to people in the credit repair space. Because just to let them know that they can do it. And any kind of questions, just reach out to people. You would be surprised how many people are open to help you just for free. But also get a mentor. Like, man, like mentors have changed. I'm in the real estate now as well. I actually just refied on my first flip today. Got a great paycheck off of that one. And I met them through credit repair. They it's literally, man, start on this. You never know where this can take you. Like literally credit is the foundation. If you start, Credit Repair Cloud is bar none the best thing because you give the foundation, you have the platform, all the tools you need to succeed are right here. And I mean, just do it. You'll be fine.
What's next for you? What's the next big goal?
The next big goal, real estate. Like I said, I closed on I did my first flip. I refied on that today. My big goal is to really step out on content. It really increase my content and start giving more value, education, on with business owners and just credit in general. Because I never want to get away from credit at all. I also want to just always educate people about credit, but also just really pour into my business owners and let them know that it's better ways than just going in your own pockets to fund your business. There are ways, there are avenues to get there. Whether you have great credit, bad credit, wherever it is, I can fix your credit, or I can try to get you some money either way. Interest rates might be a little bit higher, but I can still get you something. It's out there. So my next step is really to step up my content, do more education, create value, and just build my brand, build me. It was about rewarding solutions for the first couple of years. These next couple of years is going to be about Larry Mahaffey, about me, and more than just credit repair, but just I know everything there is to know about credit, business credit, personal credit, whatever you need to do.
And how can people find your products and services and reach out to you?
So at Rewarding Solutions is my Instagram, Larry H. Mahaffey on Facebook. I sent my link. I do have my Calendly link if anybody wants to talk to me about mentorship or also affiliates. So a lot of people who have credit repair clients who are business owners, who have LLCs and stuff. I trust me, the payouts are really good for my affiliates. You see me a client who has a good credit score, who has a business, who has some cash flow. I can get them some money. You can make a great payday for it too. So being an affiliate, man, just reach out to me. Like I said, Larry H. Mahaffey on Facebook, Rewarding Solutions on Instagram. Just shoot me a DM and then we can talk.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Larry. You're amazing. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. I've been waiting on this day for about 3 years now.
Wow. And for everyone out there watching and listening, if you're finding value in the things that we share on this podcast, give us a thumbs up and click below to subscribe and follow. Also, give me a 5-star review or share the show and help me to change more lives. And if you have a question or a comment, drop it down below because I read each and every one of them. I would love to hear from you, and I'll respond as soon as I can. And if you want to hear from one of Larry's mentors, check out my interview with millionaire Bobby Richard. If you'd like to improve your credit score and discover how to earn extra income repairing credit for others, check out my brand new Start Repairing Credit Challenge. So sign up right now at startrepairingcredit.com and keep changing lives.